Watches are no longer timepieces we carry around to keep track of the time. Today, they have become a fashion accessory that can be used to gauge class, status, and how many zeros you have in your bank account. In today's video, we will look at 10 watches that have been worn by world leaders. Smash that like button and subscribe to support this channel. Number 10. Movado Museum Black PVD. This watch comes in at the last position because it is the cheapest watch on this list. It goes for about $1,000 and is worn by the supreme leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un. North Korea is facing a lot of bans and restrictions because of its nuclear missile programs, so Kim Jong-un will have to work extra hard to get his hand on a luxury watch. The Movado isn't the watch you expect to see on the wrist of the 46th most powerful man in the world, but it is what it is. Number 9. Omega Speedmaster Quartz 300 meters. The Omega Speedmaster 300 midsize doesn't seem like the kind of watch that befits British royalty, but Prince William has always been wearing his Omega Speedmaster, probably due to the emotional attachment he has to it. The watch, which cost less than $5,000, was gifted to him by his mother, Princess Diana. It's a classic, stylish watch that he has worn on multiple occasions, including his wedding. This watch is on this list to remind us that the value of some possessions is worth way more than how much they cost. Number 8. Rolex Cellini. The Rolex Cellini is one of the Swiss watchmaker's understated releases. It is a 39mm timepiece with 19-karat gold and a stunning white dial. It sells for $15,200 retail and is worn by former President Barack Obama. This is one of the more expensive timepieces we have seen Obama wear. It shows that he's a man of style. The Cellini is a classic watch that displays just hours, minutes, and seconds. It is very tidy looking without any fuss. Number 7. Rolex Datejust 41. Did you know that the codename the Secret Service uses for the 47th President of the United States is Celtic? The Rolex Datejust 41 with a black dial is also called Celtic. President Joe Biden's Datejust 41 is a steel model with a smooth bezel, a Jubilee bracelet, and a blue dial with applied baton markers. The president is also known to own solid watches like the Vulcan Cricket worn by US presidents, an Omega Speedmaster, and an Omega Speedmaster Professional 300 meters. President Biden wore his Rolex Datejust 41 when he was sworn in. Number 6. Longines Dolce Vita. The Longines brand has been around since 1832. That's almost 200 years of expertise building elegant, luxury timepieces. The 32mm Longines Dolce Vita worn by Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, doesn't look like much. It doesn't cost much either. It can be gotten for a retail price of $1,050. Macron is the youngest president in French history. His Dolce Vita is stainless steel with a silver dial and quartz movement. Macron seems to be a man of very subtle tastes. Number 5. Rolex Day Date. The Rolex Day Date has been termed the president's watch. It is the ultimate watch of prestige. It was launched in 1956 and it debuted as the first truly waterproof and self-winding chronometer wristwatch to offer a modern-day calendar with an instantaneous day display, spelled out in full and a window on the dial in addition to the date. The president's watch was gifted to the late John F. Kennedy by his platonic friend Marilyn Monroe. The watch was also worn by Lyndon B. Johnson, the 36th president of the United States. Donald Trump also wore it, but he already had it in his possession before he became president. The watch goes for $57,500. Number 4. Patek Philippe Golden Ellipse. Former President Trump is known for his refined taste in luxury items. He even has a $7 million private helicopter adorned in white leather and gold accents with his name printed on the side. Donald Trump's wrist always bore the Patek Philippe Golden Ellipse. The wristwatch was introduced in 1968, and he often wears it while playing golf. The Patek Philippe Golden Ellipse can cost as much as $50,000. The 50th anniversary edition costs a whopping $165,000. Trump has also been seen wearing a pink gold Vacheron Constantin Historique Ultrafine 1968 wristwatch. Number 3. Omega Speedmaster Apollo 11. Richard Nixon's favorite watch was thought to be a Vulcan Cricket, but the Omega Speedmaster created for the Apollo 11 moon landing. The wristwatch was unveiled in 1969 with only 1,014 units made. Omega built a gold version of the Moon watch with red accents. The first 28 watches made by Omega were gifted to President Nixon, the Vice President, and the astronauts. President Nixon and his vice had to turn down the gift because it exceeded the allowable gift amount. The watch is on display at the Omega Museum. Number 2. A Longa Unzona Turbograph Perpetual pour le Mairie. The Turbograph Perpetual is a unique timepiece with a unique combination of a fuse and chain transmission with a tourbillon chronograph, rattrapante, and a perpetual calendar. Phew, that was a mouthful. Okay. The Turbograph Perpetual is limited to just 50 editions, and each one goes for 500,000 euros. This watch is worn by the President of Russia, Vladimir Putin. Number 1. Patek Philippe 4975/1G. This watch is a great way to end this list. The Patek Philippe 4975/1G was created by the Swiss watchmaker for Queen Elizabeth II. The watch is encrusted with brilliant cut diamonds, baguette cut diamonds, hour markers, and a unique pearl bracelet. The Queen only recently acquired the watch, and it was one of the highlights of the Watch Art Grand Exhibition. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe if you have enjoyed watching this video. Feel free to tell us in the comment section which of these watches you would love to own.